Welcome back, welcome back. 2008 celebrates the 50th anniversary of the Bossa Nova, Portuguese for new wave, that one style of music that people everywhere associate with Brazil. But if Bossa Nova is today a worldwide brand, it's thanks to one man more than most others. Sergio Mendes, the man who 40 years ago took the Brazilian rhythm to the world and to the White House, giving concerts for both Presidents Lyndon Johnson and Richard Nixon. We'll be talking to Sergio in just a moment, but first, let's hear him and see him as well, in action. A track called Funky Bahia, taken from his latest album, Encanto.
Take me out dancing, dancing on the floor. I'll be out in Rio, dancing at the disco. Girls be looking sexy.
Encanto there, Encanto. And what a beautiful name for an album. Where does the word come from, Sergio?
Encanto means enchantment, charm. And I think describes pretty much the music, the sounds, the landscapes of Brazil.
And Funky Bahia, did you produce that track, or did will.i.am?
Was produced by will.i.am. Right. And it has my friend Carlinhos Brown from Bahia. He wrote the song with will.i.am. And a singer named Saida Garrett, and my band, I played on it.
Played on it as well.
Yes.
How did you get together with will.i.am? Was that the last album, Timeless?
That was the last album, Timeless. He came to my house one day and asked me to play on his album, and to play a song on his album. And he also told me that, you know, he showed me all my old albums, and he said he was a big fan who grew up with my music in LA, and knew a lot about Brazilian music, and I liked him. And we went to studio, and I recorded one song on his album, and I had a great time. And then after that, I invited him. I said, let's do something. That was
the Black Eyed Peas album.
That's right. That was my album, Timeless, but I played for his Black Eyed Peas album. Right. One cut, and then he produced my last album, Timeless, the one before Encanto.
And Timeless, which was about a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
A couple of years ago, yes.
And that was your first album for 10 years or so?
For 10 years, yes. And I re-recorded a song called Mais Que Nada, which was a big hit in the 60s. And I think I talked and performed that song for you in '72.
You did indeed, in New York, right, in the show in New York, yeah. in '72. The one in the 60s, the song that blasted your fame around the world, was Look of Love, wasn't it?
It was The Look of Love and Mais Que Nada. So 2 years ago, we had Mais Que Nada again being a hit, and now I re-recorded The Look of Love again.
Right. And so what is the definition of a bossa nova? What makes a song a bossa nova or not a bossa nova?
It's a style. You know, it was the music that was made in Brazil, you know, in the early 60s. And the composer Antonio Carlos Jobim that wrote the most important, the most beautiful songs, like The Girl from Ipanema, Desafinado, Quiet Nights, and became a style, you know, and that was recorded by so many people, including myself, you know, those beautiful songs, and I still record them today. So it was a beautiful period of Brazilian music, the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s. And I think the most beautiful songs were written during that time.
And in fact, in terms of the songs of the period and so on, I mean, what was it that Brazil added to the mix? It was...
Oh, totally. I mean, Brazil had, it was the, you know, we're talking about Rio de Janeiro and yeah. Copacabana, Ipanema, the beauty of the city and the sensuality of the girls and the beautiful melodies. So it became, until today, I mean, when you hear Brazilian music, all over the world, people love Brazilian music. But it's very different. And on this album, you know, I have a lot of young guests participating you know, in the Brazilian music.
So, yes, Brazilian specialities include music and, of course, football, soccer.
Of course, yes.
Huge specialities.
Huge. Those are the two passions, music and football.
Yes. Very good combination.
Yeah.
And now you're returning to Carnegie Hall, aren't you?
That's right. I'll be playing there the 21st of June, Saturday night, in a couple of weeks. And first time I played was in 1962. that was the first Bossa Nova concert in Carnegie Hall. And Antonio Carlos Jobim came, João Gilberto, they had Stan Getz, Dizzy Gillespie. It was just a wonderful celebration then. And now we're going to do it again on the 21st of June.
And what has will.i.am brought into your life, really?
He brought a lot, but he's a very creative, very musical. He has a tremendous instinct for rhythms, and he's into melody as well. He loves melody like I do. And I think melody is the most important thing. And I think, you know, Brazilian melodies brought us together. And I took him down to Brazil now with me when I did this album, and he was in love with Rio de Janeiro and Bahia, because I recorded in two places. And yeah, he's a great musician, very intelligent, very sensitive, and he definitely brought a lot of, you know, new sounds to my sound. So it was kind of a real collaboration.
Right. And in fact, in terms of the 60s and so on, you were Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66.
That's right.
Are you Sergio Mendes in Brazil 2008 or?
People know that I'm from Brazil. Now I think, you know, I'm just calling Sergio Mendes band. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's good to have you back.
It's great to see you again.
And all the very best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Encanto. What's the message of Encanto, really? Love and
the message
love and football.
Is well, no, it's a party. It's a very summer kind of a record. It's very sunny. It's very sensual, romantic, and you can dance to it. There's a lot of, you know, it's a very happy, up-tempo kind of an album. And I have tremendous guests on the album, including my wife that sings in the album.
Oh, perfect.
That's right.
Perfect. And they all lived happily ever after. Sergio, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Dave.
Sergio Mendes.